disclaimers. I only have like 2 hours because I was meaning to start a lot earlier and then some shit came up. So, I kind of wasn't able to, start when I wanted to. But we're here. We're good. It'll be fine. I can whip something out in 2 hours, I guess. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Let me shut up this music. Well, is it too wordy? I feel like that's a little too wordy for a... Oh god! I kind of forgot to... When did I put my headphones on? I kind of forgot to. Yeah, so I might not get to finish the whole drawing, but I did last night. I had, with my minimal resources available to me, I did do a little, like, sketch of the, like, training outfit. So, at the very least, there's a visual, whether we finish the drawing today or not. But I'm gonna try my best to not get, too off track, and then hopefully there will be time to actually, like, complete the whole thing. Okay, now I can hear the music. Oh, this is the song I was talking about. This is the song I was talking about the other day on the, Silent Hill stream. If you guys want me to try to do another one of those for Silent Hill 3, if you want me to try to do another one of those for Silent Hill 3, let me know. I kind of have to block out, like, a large portion of time for that, and potentially... I'd have to potentially, like, block it out in, like, a large chunk of time, and also... Wait, where's my... Here we go. Yeah, so... I think I would just have to make sure I'm able to eat and everything. Otherwise, last time I got really sick because I didn't bother eating in between, and so by the time I got out, I ate like... I was kind of sick, so I ate like half a bowl of spaghetti, which is a really bad idea, because that was not even remotely enough food. Let me see if I can get my... Is that too loud to hear me over? Let me see if I can get my images pulled up as a source. My reference pictures for you guys. Oh, image. Easy. Okay, so I'm going to give you a picture. Let's pull up a picture of the horse. Oh, wait, I don't... I kind of forgot to save it. Hold up. Oh, I could put it in as a URL source at that point. Oh, there we go. This should work fine if I use it as a URL source, huh? Oops, how do... Sorry, I should have gotten all this stuff prepared beforehand. I'm very professional. Okay, so the horse was originally named Trash Boat, but I was thinking about it. Oh, I do have to save it. Darn it. Alright, well... So, I was thinking about it, and I'm not really married to the name Trash Boat. It's kind of stupid. It's funny, but it's like... also really, really dumb. So I kind of don't know that I want to continue calling it Trash Boat. What the character based on this horse from the stream the other day can be named Trash Boat, but we're not naming our um the OC character is not going to be, that was redundant. Yeah, the character herself is not going to be called Trash Boat. That's insane. Let's see. Did I just save it directly and pick? Am I stupid? Whatever. I'll tell you what I'm gonna name the horse once I get it pulled up here, because it's really, really funny. So this is the horsey Trash Boat. There he is. Oh, that's just me. Let's get this, like, cut down. He pretty much just wants horse. He could probably go even more so than that. There we go. That's just the horsey. And let's even trim some from the bottom. Oh, that's slightly too much. Okay. So that's fine. We can make this one nice and small. And put this over so. Can I put that kind of behind chat slightly? Behind me and behind chat. Yeah. So there's the horsey. As you can see, well, I'll make him big just for like a second so you guys can like see him proper. But he is, oop! He is, I don't remember what his breed was exactly, but he was something like a Clydesdale. One of those really big, like, oh, the music ended. He's like one of those really big, clumpy, fluffy horsies. But, I made him as small as physically possible. He ended up being like 3 feet tall. So, this is our, like, 3-foot tall Clydesdale, trash boat. Let's see, what kind of music do we want to listen to? What if I play... I usually put on some kind of like... Let's put on Splatoon music. Splatoon music is always good for... Oh, drawing. I want to start near like... I want to... Oh, I should do the Splatoon 3. That's what I want to hear is Splatoon 3. Yeah. That's what I want to hear. Yep. Okay. Neat. Alright. So... Alright. So tiny little 3-foot tall trash boat. He's gonna go over here. He's gonna just chill over here and be small. There should be tiny little guy. Alright. And, so, are you guys ready? I'm gonna unveil first the name. You're gonna get the name first. The character is going to be named... I named her Lightning Strikes Twice. And I named her that... I gave it a lot of thought, but I'm kind of embarrassed, like, to, I don't know. I always feel embarrassed to talk about like OC stuff because it feels kind of lame. But so I named her Lightning Strikes twice because I thought it would be kind of a funny I thought it would be kind of funny to make her like a Chunibyo like rival type character who like thinks she's hot shit, but like she kind of like underperforms and nobody actually really like cares. Like she thinks she's like this big dark evil rival character, but in reality she's just kind of like super average and like like low statted. So I thought it'd be kind of funny to name her Lightning Strikes Twice because there's a saying that lightning never strikes the same spot twice, but and that's like kind of a commonly held belief. But what's funny about that is that lightning does do. It's not like I don't know where people got that idea from, because it does strike like the same place twice. It's been known to do that. Like there's been even people that have been hit by lightning like many times and like survived. It's kind of crazy how not true that is. So I thought it'd be funny to name her that because basically she thinks she's one in a million, but in reality she's kind of just a common occurrence. So that was the thought process behind that name. So for the unveiling of what kind of my concept, my early working concept is, I might add some changes, but I was liking this idea a lot. So we're starting with I apologize because I was working with Crayola colored pencils, and they kind of have a tendency to be a little bit off color from like the color you think they are. And so I thought this was gonna come out a little grayer, and it turned out kind of brownish. So I apologize for her hair is meant to be more of a gray color, like a charcoal. And it turned out a little brown. But basically, I tried to make her hair big and fluffy. So I just kind of made her ears similar to the ones I gave myself. But to reveal, we have I'll reveal it slowly like this. I have given her big fluffy pigtails that look like they've been struck by lightning. I gave her little streaks like this, kind of because of the way that the horse's like coat is like kind of patched like that with the little speckles. I'm thinking maybe I might give her freckles, but I'm not super sure, and you'll see why it doesn't really matter anyway. But so we'll reveal the rest of her costume first. So because she's kind of showman, like kind of over the top, I gave her a cape because I thought that'd be fun. She has lightning bolts going down it, which was hard to draw with the colored pencils, but I did my best. I didn't have a regular pencil or a pen or anything either. I literally only had colored pencils, so I felt like a little kid just doing crayon drawing. But I just kind of like winged it. I almost said wung it. Wung it is not the right word at all. But I like kind of winged it with the shoes and stuff. I just kind of drew something just so I had something on the page. But I made her tail streaky like her hair. And let's get to her face. Ta-da! I gave her a horse mask because I think they're really silly and fun. The little horse masks that keep the like wind and flies and like crap out of their faces when they run. I thought it was really cute and funny because she takes herself really seriously. So I thought it'd be fun to have her take her like horse racing costume very seriously and have this like dark mask because she's like a rival character. So I tried to make it kind of like a black, kind of velvety, purpley, shining like black. And then I gave her a horn on her mask because I thought it'd be funny if she was like a Chunibyo type character. I thought it'd be really funny to make her, like, act like she's, like a unicorn or a Pegasus. I'm thinking on her regular costume, she might have, like, wings. Like, not real wings, but, like, little, like, maybe leather or velvet wings that match her mask. And I think it might be cool if she came on and treated herself like the dark Pegasus of the race course. It'd be really funny. So that's kind of the idea. This stupid little 3 foot tall shit walks on, thinks she's hot shit, and is like, oh yeah, the main character's gonna have to work real hard to beat me. I'm fighting for my heart of darkness. I am fighting for the fucking, I don't know, man. I'm not good at this shit off the top of my head, but like I don't it. Just I think my embarrassment about showing OCs is like clouding my brain and making it so I can't think. But thank you, Wonderland. Yeah, so she's gonna, the idea is she's like, oh yes, you're gonna have to work hard to defeat me, and then she ends up coming in like close to last, just because like she's not very well statted, or maybe she like missed the starting pistol or something like that. So that's basically the character that that I'm using, the character design reference we're using here. You need her to be friends with Haru. She's great. Thank you, Wonder. I appreciate it. Where are we gonna? Oh shit, that's the wrong thing. Shit, fuck, shit, fuck. Okay, where's Lightning going? Should I just put her next to me? Maybe like here, but like behind chat? That's probably good. Because then I can see her, at least the important parts. And she's next to Trash Boat. Perfect. Okay, now she's like visible. And that's like a decent enough amount of the reference to be able to see, to be able to draw this. Cool, cool, cool. This is a fun song. I like this one. Okay, I'm gonna chug a little bit of my drink here. Let's get a good... I like to use, just a kind of a neutral color. Well, I try to use a color that's I'm not gonna heavily use in the drawing, though, so maybe we go red for this one. I like to keep my red a little pink. And I always use the dry ink brush for sketches. Okay, time for a chug. Okay. Alright, it's hooked up. Perfect. Alright, so, should I try and style match this to Uma? Oh boy. Let me get up a reference. Is there a character that's not what I meant to do at all? What happened? Oh, that was odd. Okay. Let's try and style match Uma. Why did that resize as soon as I changed it to the other monitor? This is phenomenal. Sorry, guys. Wow, I sure am a professional, aren't I? Gee willikers. Alright. Let's get a... What? Oh. I hate when you hit the button to resize the window, and it's like, you want it to be the same size as your resolution, right? It's like, no? No? If I want the window resized small, why would I want it the same size as my resolution? You're insane. Okay. Let's get, what character... There's not a lot of, like, shorter, like, more, like, baby-faced, kind of more, like, Wally-type characters in Uma, are there? Everyone's kind of, like, mid-range. Oh, you know who has a good vibe? And you know what? I always do this too. Um, I like to pick a character for my reference when I style match. I try to pick a character that looks really similar to the idea I have in my head so that I can use it as a point of reference and also consciously avoid making it like really similar to the existing character. So what I'm gonna do, since I'm already kind of seeing it a little bit in her design, I'm gonna pick Twin Turbo so that I can avoid making her look too much like Twin Turbo. So let's use Twin Turbo as our reference. I know that sounds kind of contradictory, but like, trust me, as crazy as it sounds, one of the best things you can do for yourself is use a reference that you're worried about getting, like, that you're worried about copying by mistake. It is so much easier to avoid copying elements of a design when it's directly in front of your, like, face than when you're just trying to, like, push it. Like, don't do that. Don't ever push out of your head design choices that you want to avoid, because like there's no such thing as I'm getting it stuck in my head and now it needs to go on the page. You can always like change something for something else. Nothing's ever like, I feel like I've never had something that I've needed so badly in my design that I end up like sacrificing the integrity of like what I'm trying to do for keeping that element on my design. Like, I don't know, it doesn't, holy shit! Oh my god, you guys, Twin Turbo has the same eyes as I do. Like, right now. I didn't realize my goofy eyes, I can't say the word of what this toggle is actually called on YouTube or I'll probably get in trouble. But, my goofy shroomy eyes look literally like they're the same color palette as Twin Turbo's eyes. That's so funny. I didn't even realize that when I was doing it. To be fair, like, she wasn't really on my radar when I was first making this. That's so crazy. Okay, she even has the, like, swirlies in her eyes and everything. Oh, wait, hold on, hold up, look at... Oh, am I just Twin Turbo? Hold up. I'm, like, noticing something. The more I look at her design, the more I'm noticing it's literally just me, but umamusume. Like, put my hair up in pigtails. Hold up. Okay, this is gonna... I need to actually show you guys this. Even down to the clothes she wears. Maybe I should get this image. Holy shit, man. Oh, I hate WebP. Why do people create files in WebP? When verbal. Okay, you guys gotta see this. This is kind of crazy. When Burbo. I have a different reference up, but this is the one I'm gonna show you just so you understand how crazy this is. Like, even down to, like, her aesthetic. Like, the plushies. The blue and white and the, like, we have the same nails. We have the same nails. We have the same teeth. We have the same eyes. Like, our hair is pretty close. If I were to change to my other model, the hair would be a lot closer. Like, if my hair was long like this, but with the coloration of my other model, it would be the same. That's so crazy. With the black and white is black and white. That's literally my theme colors. That's literally my theming colors. With the pink accents. That's so nuts. And it's that dark red pink too. That's so insane. am just now, like, I've thought about it before. I'm like, I've always, like, kind of related to and liked her, like, design. I'm like, oh, cool, this is the one that I, like, resonate with, like, personally. But I never really, like, looked at her, like, beat by beat. We are, like, the same character. That's so crazy. That makes me, that kind of makes me want to cosplay Twin Turbo. That's so funny. I'm gonna leave Twin Turbo on. She'll sit. She can stand on top of the color wheel. Here you go. That's so funny. All right, that's enough getting distracted. All right, let's draw. Let's draw. So what I'm trying to do is get a similar proportion and avoid looking the same. And I'm a little concerned because I'm noticing that their bangs are very similar. So I might have to change the design of her bangs slightly, because if you notice, they both have, I don't know what other better way to put this. They both have, like, crisscrossing, like, middle sections of their hair that kind of creates what amounts to a forehead vagina. They both have forehead vagina. I think I need to change that because they both have, like, choppy, like straight blunt cut bangs, which I was originally, I did for her because I was trying to make her look a little bit more like Gold Chip. Because if you recall, the idea with Trash Boat was to make him like if Gold Chip was way worse. Like let's clone Gold Chip in a lab and make him somehow even more toxic. So I'm not the most sure what to do necessarily with the bangs. I know with the outfit I kind of want to go a little bit I kind of want to go halfway between like training clothes and OG Lolita. And now that I'm noticing that Twin Turbo has a lot of like training clothes type stuff, we're gonna try and lean more heavily into the OG stuff so that we don't overlap too heavily again. I guess I'll do a figure sketch first. We're gonna make her pose like should we do like, I feel like with Chuny characters, looking at JoJo poses is always a safe option. I'm gonna look up some JoJo poses while I chug this drink. I don't really know what kind of, ooh, some of these are really good. I don't want her to go too profile. I almost feel like something that Giorno has done could be very, like, good for this, because he's like one of the more small and twinkish ones, but he has a lot of like energy and like style and like sass to him for what is like. Oh, I could also, ooh, you know who else I could look at? Well, no, that's a little too somber. A lot of times when I'm drawing myself, Alice, self-sonas, things like that, I will look at Twiggy photography, because I in real life I have kind of a similar build to Twiggy when she was about my age, and kind of a similar sense of style and stuff. And my eyes are kind of similar, so I like to look at those for references, because I feel like if I pick photos that capture kind of the energy of, I feel like if I look at photos of models that I feel like kind of have a similar energy, then I can get that energy into the drawing, even if I'm not drawing a direct self-portrait based off of like a picture of me kind of thing. So I like to match the vibes, I guess, of the person who's posing to what I'm like, the person I'm trying, like the character I'm trying to pose. But I feel like that's not quite right for this vibe. I feel like that's probably a good direction to go with this, maybe. Oh! Yes, 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 yes. I got it. Wait, go back. Where'd the pic? It was there and it was good. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. I'm not phenomenal at arm foreshortening, but I'm gonna try. It's something, okay, I say that, it's something I spend a lot of time practicing, so I understand how it works. I'm just kind of a perfectionist and I freak out about my ability to do things. I thought you wrote Ouija, Arthur. I thought you were telling me to summon spirits. Okay. So I'm gonna draw this in kind of a weird dynamic fisheye angle, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with that. We're gonna bring back the proportions though, so I can see what I'm doing here. Alright. So I apologize in advance. The style matching is not going to be perfect, because the angle is gonna be kind of crazy. But we're gonna start with a head, and we'll probably have to resize things. I feel like the proportions are just a little bit adjusted from how I already... okay, I say that, but I draw very big heads and skinny limbs and large hands and feet, so maybe that's not true. I was gonna say, oh, actually, this isn't that far off from the proportions that I already draw, but thinking about it, no, it's pretty far. I do have to, like, consciously think about this, because their heads are quite narrow. I'm used to drawing very wide heads with short jaws and soft features, but, like, well, I guess my features can be kind of harsh when I draw them, but, like, the soft, you know what I mean, like, soft jawlines, stuff like that. Okay, I'm putting an ear just so I know where to place things, but I know there won't be, like, a human ear when all is said and done. Okay, so one thing that I'm bad at with this style that I need to get used to is that the jaw sticks out. And I'm not used to that. I usually draw, if you notice, I draw the cheek and jaw at an angle where it's just very soft and subtle. And you almost wouldn't, like, there's not a ton of curvature to my, like, profile views. And I like it that way. Because I grew up on stuff like Lucky Star and Hidamari Sketch and stuff like that, and like Madoka. So, and like, what's the, fuck? Like Super Gals. I was like, what's the one that people always tell me my style really emulates Super Gals? But yeah, like, I can't, it's hard for me to turn off the huge eyes and, big heads and, like, twiggy little, like, my proportions are hard to turn off. If we're gonna put her eyes... So, this is not her eye shape, I'm just placing them. We will fix this. I'm just trying to make sure I get these proportions right, because I think I placed my eyes too low. Yeah, I think I placed these very too low. It's okay though, because we can do this. I'm kind of surprised. I think actually their placement's fine, or like their I thought I'd have to tweak their spacing and stuff a little bit, but that looks fine. I think it's literally just that Uma does eyes more high set than I'm used to drawing them. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that. It's literally just, there's a lot of stuff that, I see people sometimes that are a little, like, that are getting into the more intermediate levels of drawing that are, like, I had this problem for a while, too, where you think, some people think too hard about what you should be doing and what's correct, and what is, like, I spent a lot of time worrying about making everything realistic proportions and correct proportions and stuff like that. And when it comes down to it, things like body proportions, if you have a solid grasp of, like, anatomy, you can make, for example, if you have a solid grasp of anatomy, you can make something, you can make something like this. You don't have to make every single character you draw look like this to look realistic. Okay, well, I mean, those eyes are kind of funky, but you know what I mean. You don't have to do this every single time to make a character look realistic. You don't have to add, like this complex and realistic skeletal structure to make your characters look, like, believable and nice. You don't have to do this every single time to achieve that. Like, yeah, you can make your characters look really realistic like that, and I spent a lot of time thinking that you have to do that. Okay, imagine those hands are good. And imagine these legs aren't, like, standing like she has to go to the bathroom. Freehanding this is rough. I feel like I made her legs too short. Well, you get the idea. I'm trying to imagine where her skeleton would be without having to, like, sketch this out, because I don't want this portion to take a long time just to explain this one little concept. But basically, say this is your character that you're trying to draw, right? I spent a lot of time thinking that this was the only way that you could draw a character with realistic, realistic internal, or we'll put it this way. I spent a lot of time thinking this is the only way that you could draw a character and have it be considered, like, I guess, like, high skill, high level, whatever. Like, you have to do it with realistic human proportions. But what I learned is that if you want characters to look good and posing, you don't just have to do them realistically. You can make a character look good and posing. You can make a character look realistic, believable, high detail, whatever you're trying to go for in your setting, by just making the internal structure believable. So what you look at here is, let's say this is the way that I draw characters, right? Which is realistically the way I actually do draw characters. And when push comes to shove, you can make this character believable in a realistic, like, in a photorealistic environment. You just have to understand, like, how, basically, in order to make a character, regardless of art style, look realistic in its, like, the way that it Disney Channel these, goddammit. Anyway, if you want your characters to always look believable in any environment, you basically just have to... It's the same thing you have to do with, like, making a fantasy story believable and people want to follow through on it. Like, if if you believe it and in your mind it is real to you, like, it comes through. It makes it easier to write, like, it makes it easier to write a story if you treat it like it's a real fleshed out world and not treat anything like, oh, well, that's trivial, that doesn't matter. Like, no, in a real world, this thing or that thing, like, there are trends that happen. There are silly things that probably don't matter to history, but matter in, like, society, things like that. Like, it's the same thing with your skeletal structure for your characters. Like, yeah, it might not matter when you're with your finished drawing. You may never see the skeletal structure at the end of the day, but, like, if you're drawing a character in this, like, hyper cartoony, very, very differently proportioned way, it's still a believable character, even though it's, like, got crazy different proportions than you would ever see on a real human being, because you have a believable skeletal and muscle structure underneath, and there are organs that fit. Part of the reason why, well, I mean, this one kind of, I fucked up the legs once again, but kind of the reason why you see sometimes art in anime and stuff that looks freaky, like, you could do crazy things, like maybe give this character huge boobs, right? And as long as you set it up in a way where, like, she has a believable fat structure, it doesn't look freaky. Like, I'm gonna complain about something that I actually do quite like the design of, but I have one, like, minor gripe about that I will point out. I don't have a visual right now because it would take too long to bring it up, but I'll use this as an example. So if you look, this character, I'll put up another layer so I can draw the skeleton on top of both of them, but if you look, both characters have, they have the same organs that can fit inside them. Like, when you look at it, let's do it in blue so you can see. There's the rib cage here, and that fits. The boob organs and whatnot, which are, like, the way that they are. Like, the pelvis fits here the way it's supposed to. I feel like the ribs probably should have gone down a little lower. But you can fit all these organs in here. There's room in the, like, this area. Like, the bones still make sense. The general structure of your hip bones should be like this. They should go slightly out like this. And then your kneecaps, and then, like, etc. and so forth. That doesn't really matter that much. But, like, there's this general structure that you should pay attention to that, like, no matter what way you're drawing, it'll always have the same basic structure. And if you can fit all of that inside of your character in a realistic way, like, either way, no matter what shape your character is, this is gonna take up the same percentage of the torso. Or at least it should. It will look weird if it doesn't. Like, this should take up the same percentage of the pelvis. The hips should stick out approximately, like, to the same, like, point in the pelvis. Like, stuff like that. Like, all of this can be applied to other characters very easily, and see, all of her organs can fit in there because they're approximately the same width as her, like, rib cage. Like, her boobies even are fine because they're proportionate in fat content to the fat content on her, like, hips. Which, oh, the thing I was gonna complain about, I forgot to even complain about, it's not like even a complaint, it kind of just bothers me a little bit that the artist didn't really, like, I feel like they didn't really think it through. I really like, Crony from Hololive. I really like her character design a lot, and I really respect the artist. They did a lot of work on the Fate series, and, I believe it was for the PSP games, they did a lot of art for it, and, it's a really cool art style, but I'll have, like, this major glaring issue with her model, which is that it is shaped like this, okay? This drives me nuts. You might understand what my issue is right away. So here's her waist, right? It's real small. That's fine. I understand. You can be curvy as fuck and be skinny as fuck. I've seen it. I've had friends that have had to get, that were like 120 pounds that needed to get like major breast reduction surgery because they were like having back problems and like having issues finding clothes and stuff. I get that that's legit. I'd like to point out something. None of those friends had hips shaped like this. You can literally see her like hip bones. And I don't understand what that's all about. She's got these skinny, real skinny legs, right? And then these bazongas, right? Okay, that was a little excessive. But, like, she's got these, like, bazongas, right? But then, it goes straight, like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Like, on this character, I tried my best to give it, like, an alignment that goes straight down like that. What is this? What? Like, you don't design, like, she doesn't have room for her, like, pelvis and her hips. Like, it's very odd to me. I don't have, like, an issue with her character design exactly. It's just that, like, I don't know, that oversight has always kind of bothered me, and I just felt like this little lesson was, like, a good time to bring up how confused that design choice makes me. It's like, she's got a very cool character design and stuff, but it's confusing that she has these big old bazongas and then, like, a Hank Hill butt. I'm gonna accidentally start a fight with Hololive that I did not mean to start, so I'm gonna stop talking about I mean no disrespect or ill will. I really do like her design a lot, especially the newer, the maid one's really cute. Oh, you agree, Arthur? Thank you. I appreciate not feeling like a crazy person yelling at a cloud. I think I might turn this head a little bit once I get the features drawn on it. So, she has, like, a really distinctive eye shape, so I'm gonna, like, change it so that it looks right. Oh, I'm on the wrong brush size, that's why I'm getting a weird result. Okay. So she has very, like, down-pointing eyes. What are the Konata ones called? I know there's, like, names for eye shapes. I forgot what the ones that... Well, I guess I say the Konata ones. My eyes are shaped like that, too. What's the name for my eye shape in anime, guys? Chat, what's the name for when the upper lid is flat in anime? I don't remember which one that one is. But that's basically the effect we're trying to achieve here. You know me, I can't make an OC... Well, I can, I say that. I make lots of very creative OCs, but I have this problem of... I always end up with one that is like this hyper extension of myself, and I need to knock that shit off. I always have one where I'm like, oh baby, let's make another one with long blue hair and I don't know, whatever the Konata eyes are called, cause I have fucking sleepy eyes. Crazy considering how much energy drink I chug in a day. You would think I'd develop the crazy eyes after a point. Okay, I think we just need to make this bottom part really stark, and then we'll get the idea across very well. Oh, yeah, I guess, a lid crease would do the trick, too. I think it's still too... I think it needs to be flatter. And more tilted. Oh, yeah, maybe like that. Then maybe the bottom needs to be more round. I don't want to lower the eyes too much or widen them too much and lose the art style, though. But I think if I make the pupil the right size, it should be fine. That's my assumption. That's probably pretty good. Ooh, that looks pretty angry. I think that's pretty angry looking. I like that. Okay, and then we have to have her look direct. Actually, I should turn her head and then have her look directly in the camera, huh? Their noses are slightly higher. Yeah. And then this cheek needs to be a little more like, and I'm trying to make sure she still looks kind of like a lolly, but still like the right art style. That's silly. No, 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 no. I'm having trouble. Okay, no, that one's actually, that one was not serious. Um, uh... Okay, I need to stop. Um, uh, let's come back to her face. We'll come back to that. Actually, that's kind of good. That is kind of good. Maybe. Okay. What was the fucking posing that I was doing again? Right. Okay, this is bad, but I'm gonna do something slightly different. I think this will come quicker and better. That's what she said. Okay. Cool. Where do the ears are, like, here? I think it'll be easier to get the idea across with the eyes this way. do we wanna... I was kinda liking this. Nah, okay, we'll just pivot back. I just gotta... I think I'll like it better when I turn her head. Yeah, I think I like it better with the head tilt was what it needed. I think it just needed a tilt. Let's see. This side. I'm trying to do something like this. It's not quite as dynamic as I want it to be. Ugh. I can't figure out how to do the body for this. This is not making sense. Yeah, something like that. I'm just having trouble posing the body. It's not the right proportions at all. Why is this so hard? She's punching us in the face? Yeah, basically, I guess. I mean, I was gonna make her point out like this. But I mean, she can be punching you in the face if you'd prefer that. She's supposed to be, like, pointing out, like, daring the lightning to strike. If I turn the whole thing slightly like this. Okay, let me just kind of figure out what the fuck I'm trying to do with this body. I feel like I'm trying to go really, like, dynamic with, like, the body and hips, but I'm, like, doing a poor job. Yeah, something kind of like that. See, this is why I look at JoJo poses. Daring the lightning to strike, and then it does. Maybe I'll make a second panel where she's getting where she just got struck by lightning and she's dying on the ground. Trying to give her slightly more realistic proportions than I normally would, because Uma's got, like, they look a little more normal than I tend to draw, and it's hard. Like, it's not hard to draw realistically, it's hard to adjust slightly. Oh, yes. Okay, now it's coming to me. Yeah, okay. I just kind of had to understand the muscle structure of the posing I was doing. And then it made sense. Cool, there we go. What the fuck is this song? It sounds like they're just playing every sound effect in their, repertoire. Okay. I feel like I could make the body part of this more dynamic than that. But I also might still need more canvas size. Let's see. Here's another thing. Do not be oops. Do not be afraid to use the free transform tool. Do not fear this tool. This tool is your friend. I would say this tool is primarily your friend during the sketch phase, though. Because if you use it past that point, you can make your art look really funky. So you really don't want to... Because in the sketch phase, you can heavily adjust stuff like this. And it's not really a huge problem. But, like, past this point, you don't really want to be fucking with stuff like that too heavily. Because you don't want to, like, adjust your line art at the like your line art thicknesses will change when you do this, and so it can often look weird if you do it wrong, like if you do it at the wrong stage. See how much more dynamic that looks since I made it, like... Now, I need to come in and adjust some of this because the proportions got funky, but it's, like, fine because all you do at that point is just pretend like you're looking at it from that angle and then just adjust for layering, basically. So you just go like, oh, this ass is probably a little thicker than that, and this hip is probably a little thicker than that, so we just kind of go, well, it's probably behind the chest area, and that's probably what's causing that. And stuff like this elbow looks a little funky now, and the arm's a little long now, so we can just kind of pull that back down to where it was before. Easy peasy. Okay. I think I actually might want to move this more. How did... I want her head tilted, but I don't want that hand to be in a weird spot. Okay, whatever. Should be fine. I might need more canvas size, honestly. I do this a lot. I always end up making my canvas bigger. Okay. Let's neck you. Go back to this waffles, please. How do legs look? Legs are very normal. Okay. I mean, I don't know what I was supposed to make out of that. So I'm thinking we're gonna go like this with one leg. And one very the other way with the other leg. Why is her torso so short? How did this happen? I feel like that resize didn't really foreshorten anything. It just made her torso tiny. What the fuck? Huh? What? Hello? Yeah, I want the bottom to be, like, skewed, but I don't want it to be, like... Yeah, like that. Okay. That looks a lot better. This just sounds like panty and stocking music. That was not a... I realized my tone made that sound like a negative. That was a positive. I really like the soundtrack from Panty and Stocking. That was a compliment. I guess realistically, I just mean that this is good house. Not to be confused with the best house, which is House MD. Okay. I think this leg could be a little more, like, outward. She does need to have, like, really short legs. She needs to look itty-bitty. Because no matter what we do to her design, she is still a 3-foot Clydesdale. We cannot forget her origin. We cannot forget her roots. What? Why does that look so funky? Why can I not get this leg to be the right? Oh, I know why. Because I'm drawing it weird. And I am dumb. Because this side should be the more flat one. This should be the more out one. Why does it feel like I made this leg really long and not far enough out? I don't understand how to fix what I have done here. Oops. Well, that's okay, that's what I was trying to do anyway. Well, maybe that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, I actually think that may have been what I was trying to do. That's fine. Okay, so now we can start adding her outfits and shit. Well, yeah, she does get to have hoofy shoes. Oh, her ears might be important. Cannot forget that. approximately where her horn would be. Then I'm just gonna add big circles for where her pigtails are to make this easier when I draw them. Easy enough. Let's block out her general hair shape. I'm not sure what to do about her bangs. It was like really good and funny, but I don't want her to just be twin turbo. Oh, yeah, I can make her eyes now. That is not looking at viewer. There we go. Why doesn't she look angry enough? Maybe her pupils should be smaller? I don't know. I don't really understand the problem. But it's whatever. Let's map out where her mask is. Maybe the mask will help. Okay. Okay, so we have her general body shape and whatnot. Oh, tail, tail, tail! Almost forgot about tail. That was almost bad. Okay, so for her outfit, yeah, I think we'll probably only end up getting the sketch done today, but at least we can get her outfit kind of figured out. I'm thinking I want her to keep the cape for sure. Oh, she has bows. And I did study up on this. Apparently, if the bow is on the left side, or I guess the horse's right side, that indicates that the original horse was a male. So, because Trash Boat was male, I put that on her, on the other side. Or on her, yeah, on her, that side. The male indicated side. Her right, I guess. Oh, her bows are really similar to twin turbos. I hate everything. Should I change it? I hate everything so much. Maybe I'll change the colors. Because I really liked the bows. Okay. Well, I'll think about it, I guess, and figure it out. Let's put her horn. Cool. She's definitely gonna have a cape. That's like the easiest little simple cape I can probably whip out. I could probably draw something better, but I don't wanna. Let's see. I think something awesome to add would be these. I really like these. I don't know what these are called, but I really like them. You know what I mean by that? The little, like, shoulder pad, shoe brush looking things. I think they're cool. And adding a little braided thing here would be neat. Yeah. That's pretty cool. She looks pretty cool. While it's on the mind, we'll add the little hoof bits to her shoes. Wonder if I can convince my boyfriend to make me another G Fuel. I wonder if he won't even notice if I say anything. Let's see. There we go. Her cape is cool? Thank you. I'm going to try. I'm hoping to be able to achieve a better looking lightning bolt, but I've never been particularly good at drawing lightning bolts. Epaulette? What? How do you pronounce that? Is that what the shoulder things are called? I kind of want to give her puffy shorts. I feel like puffy shorts, like bloomer shorts, are always like the best kind of pant. That's literally the best. I feel like there is... The two best kinds of pant are bloomer pants and those little tiny, like, athletic shorts with the white stripes. Well, these. I can't get my shirt to flip up enough to... Well, I'd show you if I... Oh, there we go. Here, these shorts that I'm wearing. Had to stretch weird to show it to you, but yeah. Alright, I think... What kind of shoes do we want to give her? I feel like knee boots would be cute. I think knee boots would really achieve the effect we're going for here. Like, close to the knee, maybe? Something like that. There's fucking metal? I didn't know there was metal in Splatoon. How was I not aware of this? This is what I get for playing games on mute. I like listen to the OST after the fact and I'm like, oh, this is really good. I didn't know this game I've been playing for years had such a good soundtrack. I play games on, to be fair, it's not because I dislike the music. There's two reasons I play games on mute. One, no matter how good the song is, with the amount that I play video games into the ground, any song will get obnoxious if you have to listen to it to like that degree. Two, I like to watch stuff. I like to watch TV and YouTube and stuff like that, and it's kind of hard to focus while while the video game background music is playing. So, I'm not a poser. I do like the soundtracks of the games I play, and I do sometimes leave them on. Like, in cases like, Silent Hill and Resident Evil are both very sound-based games and have good, like, ambient soundtracks that don't really feel like a weird, repetitive, like, music loop. It kind of just feels like ambient soundtrack. So that doesn't really bother me particularly, but like, some games I can listen to for a while, and then it's just like, okay, I need something else or I'm gonna lose my marbles. Epaulets. Okay. I'm going to look up Majoro McQueen because I worry about going too close to her costume as well. Okay, I think I can avoid looking too much like that. Why is this starting to sound like Maximum Hormone? Does her other costume, what kind of gloves does it have? Regular gloves? Okay, cool. So I was gonna go fingerless gloves on her, and I didn't want to overstep the costume design too heavily on the Majoro outfit that makes her look like an angel. Or like a Pegasus. Because I was like, if I'm going to do a Pegasus-themed outfit, I might want to look at the existing Pegasus-themed outfit to make sure I'm not, like, doing something too similar. This is literally just a Maximum the Hormone song. What the fuck? Wait, which one's this? This is what the fuck? This is so good. What the fuck? That's so crazy. Sorry, I'm getting distracted and excited just because I really like this song. Where did here we go. I had lost my reference because I was looking at the, my thumb could be better, but once the sketch, we'll figure it out later. I see people sometimes putting as much effort into their sketch as they would into their, like, line art, making it, like, super crispy, and I do not, for the life of me, understand that. It's like, why would you draw your drawing twice when you can use half of that time and draw it once. Yeah, I guess to be fair, my sketches always look like a fucking mess. But, like, at the same time, I feel like if I'm the only person that's looking at my sketches, I don't need them to look nice, per se. I say as you guys are looking at my sketches, but... I feel like this is kind of good. Well, now this just sounds like, Nickelodeon music. That also was not a complaint. That was complimentary. Nickelodeon music complimentary. Okay, so I'm thinking let's work on her pants maybe. I kind of want to... I think I want to do something. This is just a thought I had suddenly. I think that would be cute to do something like this. On that side only? And then on this side, lace it up like normal. And then have the bow just like normally on this side. I think that'd be cute. Yeah, that'd be cute. I feel like that gives her a sense of like defiance, even though her outfit is kind of what's it called? Like, she has her, like, fancy, kind of official, almost militaristic-looking outfit, but she's got, like, that defiant edge to it with the one side that's laced up wrong. I used to do that when I was a kid, too. Well, this is just pop-punk. I think it might be cute to give, like, a front to this that's, like, gold or something that matches with the hoof. I think that would look cool. Because then then it doesn't just look like boots, they kind of look like running shoes a little bit, too. We can put horseshoes on her boot fronts. Where the tongue is, the tongue edge can look like a horseshoe. Splatoon gets a lot of emphasis on its music because of the aesthetics of the world. Yeah, yeah. Preppy? Kind of. I think the word I was looking for was more like formal. But I could see preppy's a good word too. I'm used to giving characters like this jackets. I mean, those could be cuffs to a jacket. We could give her kind of more oversized sleeve edges. I want to give her... Okay, follow me on this one. I want her to have very small shorts, but be a little puffy, right? Have a definite, like, puff level to them, despite the length. Because I want to emphasize how fucking small and stupid she is, so we need her pants to be kind of small and stupid, too. Maybe give her about that much length would probably be good. Something like that. Ooh, you know what? If she's supposed to be, like, someone a bit more villainous, I think it would be maybe cute to give her, like, a big collar. I really am a fan of big collars for characters like this. And then the top can have a more subdued collar. And then some kind of maybe like frilly ascot thing up here. That feels really cute to me. I'm deciding if I want to give her long or short sleeves. She seems like a very silly character, so I don't know how serious of an outfit I want to give her. I'm doing this for, like, shading so I understand where the creases should go. I almost feel, would that be too close to McQueen's, though? I almost want to give her a corset thing that, like, culminates into a blouse, but I don't want it to look too much like McQueen's. But if I make it... Here's a thought. Because I really like this triangle motif, and we can just keep going with the triangle motif. Like, give her something like that in the back to match with the front of her outfit. And then maybe have it go out a little baggy here. Just there. And have the corset thing come up and match... kind of match her, mask, sort of. Maybe it'll have, like, a little thing here, like little buckles. That could look cute. And it's a more, like, functional, like, almost like a functional harness. That seems like it would work really well, yeah. This is looking really cute. Yeah, triangles for villains, yeah. You know what? So that her gloves stand out. Let's go a little out of the box. Let's go a little out of the box. Let's give her big, baggy, like, puff sleeves, if that makes sense. So something that almost looks like a sailor sleeve. Or like Yes. Something that looks like almost like athletic wear. That way she can have her big, stupid, puffy shirt without sacrificing the integrity of having the gloves and stuff. That's really, really cute. What do we want to do with her legs? I almost want to keep up this, like, mismatch style. I kind of want to give her one short sock and one long sock. Like, but I think what I want to do is give her a long sock on this side that comes up into a garter, right? Follow me on this one. She has this long sock that comes up into this little garter or whatever, right? And then she has this one that's just kind of fucking falling off. And it's not attached to anything, but it's the same sock as the other side. But it's, like, not attached to the garter at all, so it's, like, hanging off. I think that's a really cute style for her. And then with this harness, see, here's what we do with the harness. Are you ready for this? So she has this cape. I'm gonna make this part of her cape come up a little bit lower. So that we can show this off. Because this is where it all culminates. At the top of her cape, little tiny ones. Oop. That doesn't work there. Let's put them, like... I guess you wouldn't be able to see them on the other side. That's okay. That's probably fine there. Does that look too out? I feel like I did it weird. I want to add the wings. I just gotta figure out at what angle they should go. There we go. Kind of hard to see what's going on from the sketch, but it's okay. Because I can see what's going on in the sketch, and that's all that matters. Probably won't be able to get much done in the way of line art if I start now, so we'll probably have to, like, stop pretty soon here, but I want to finish off any, like, accessory adding or anything like that. Because I think this is pretty good where we're at, but I think details add things, nice touches to things, so there's nothing wrong with adding details. I am gonna point out she has a little bit of a swatch here. And some splotches here. So I kind of want to add a horseshoe here too. That's cute. I really feel like she's probably fine. I think I'm gonna add something like that here. Why does this sound like Home Depot music? Eco crayon. I think I actually want to change this to a lightning bolt. I am really bad at drawing lightning bolts, Jesus Christ. I look so bad! Jesus fuck. I wanted to draw a lightning bolt, but that is not what a lightning bolt looks like. Oh my god. I tried. Oh god. I'm gonna stop drawing lightning bolts on things. Let's add some stripes maybe here. That might be good. Might make that hard, actually. Let's just add some ruffles on this side. That's probably better. Yeah, that's much, much better. Some ruffles on these, maybe. Ruffles on the bottom of the mask might be kind of cute. I kind of want the socks to be striped. I think that would be really cute. In, like, black and blue. Here's what we can do real quick before I end off. Let's turn this one back and delete it. We'll put all of this into a folder. Call it sketch. And then we will create a folder called palette. Oh, not a folder, I mean a layer. And we will pick colors. Because I want to primarily use, like, this color. I think I want to use a lot of that color. Black, obviously. Maybe we can palette that out a little bit so that we have like a working black rather than just black. I like to put a little bit of like a blue, I guess what, it's not a beige, but I would just call it like a blue beige, just because I'm using it in the way that you would normally use beige, but I'm using a blue for that. Because it's supposed to be, it's my, I guess I should say it's my neutral, my near white neutral. I mean, she's primarily black and white palette. So I'm not really finding that I want to, like, go out particularly with her color, but I do want to add some gold. I think that she would look really nice with some gold. Especially in conjunction with her, lightning theming. More stark there. Yeah. I think this is probably a decent, like, array for her of colors. So that's probably the direction colors will go when we do the drawing, when we complete it next time. But that's not gonna be today, because I have a lot of things to do today. And I kind of didn't expect to start as late as I did. But, that being said, I'm gonna cut it here. I had, like, a hard out at, like, close to 6, but I don't really want to start on the line art because I know that I'm going to want to complete it, and I know myself too well. So, I am just going to leave it here for now. We can save this and, bring it next time. I'm really, really liking how his shoes turned out. I'm so stoked on this character. But yeah, so that's lightning strikes twice. We'll complete her poly next week because we have stuff planned all this week. But make a doll of her? Man, that's not a bad idea. I feel like I don't think there's horse girl dolls as far as I'm aware, but I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to mod a Monster High doll that's already some kind of like animal in the first place and then like go from there. Like maybe that'd be actually really cool. You gotta stop giving me good ideas, Wonderland. Alright, anyway. I might actually, that's a really good idea. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow we're going to do, some super secret things with Arthur. So, I will see you then, and, yeah, I'll see you then.